In 2003, Katie Barfield was 9, growing up in a North Charleston trailer park where she says poverty and crime were a part of daily life.
People out there that are living on the street, block bleeding, just every day selling drugs and just living in that kind of life of poverty on how North Charleston is.
Katie's mom, Selina Barfield, also known locally as Nina, struggled with addiction, making it difficult for her to raise young kids.
My mom was running the streets, doing a lot of drug activity, prostituting, running spool up and down. And my mom, once she got on that type of level of drugs, you could definitely see the transition of mother that she was.
Katie remembers leaving the trailer park that year to live with her aunt and uncle, saying goodbye to her mom for what she thought was temporary.
I had that feeling. I knew my mom was never coming back. She had just seen me 3 days before that and gave me some skates, and she was like, "I'm coming back for you. I'm gonna go get clean." And she did promise me that.
32-year-old Selina Barfield was supposed to get on a bus a few days later to receive treatment at a rehab facility in Columbia, but she never got on that bus.
It's come to where it's almost 20-something years later and she's never been found. There's no sign. Nothing ever's come up about her.
Selina was last seen by family at what once was the Stayover Lodge at the beginning of July. She was officially reported missing on July 29, 2003. At the time of her disappearance, she was living with her boyfriend at the Fairmont Trailer Park in North Charleston.
Investigators back then attempted to locate her, and when that failed, as time went on, as months went by, and there was no word of her, obviously there's something wrong.
North Charleston detective George Robert Van Tyne recently started working on the department's cold case unit and is trying to help put the case's pieces together.
We don't know exactly where the crime scene occurred. You just have someone that we know lived in the North Charleston area that just suddenly just vanished. And so we don't have an exact date where the crime occurred or where it occurred.
There's no sign, no body, no clue, no leads, no evidence. It's really a cold case.
Over the years, tips and rumors surfaced, but none led investigators to Selina.
They've heard that they fed her to the gators, and because that's a way to get rid of a body, as far as I've heard that story. I've heard the other scenario of the boyfriend of the foul play with him. I've heard maybe getting taken with the sex trafficking ring.
Family members, friends, I think she had a boyfriend at the time. They were interviewed, and just to see if basically where her last location was and if they could figure out where she is or who at least she was last seen with. And then that came up, it came up empty for right now. There were statements made back then.
But with no body and no leads, the case remains stuck in time. Well, and deep down in your heart, do you believe that your mother is still alive?
I don't. I don't. I just know in my heart she would have been reached out. It's just like, there's just no answers, no clues.
Detective Van Tyne says the next step is to re-interview the people who knew Selina at the time, with hopes new information may come forward.
Maybe there's something that they didn't remember back then that they remember now, or they've heard something and just never reported to anybody.
And despite Selina Barfield's troubles, she was deeply loved by her family and the Charleston community, who say they will continue to fight for answers.
My mom was real, just outspoken, straight. Her personality was real strong. Anybody that knew my mom, they loved my mom. So some part of me, I do feel like there, like I say, was foul play or my mom's gone. And if she is, if somebody has any information, I just need to know.
You can contact Detective Van Tyne with any information in the disappearance of Selina Barfield at 843-740-5875. For Live 5 Investigates, I'm Emily Johnson.